The crimson dust of Kepler 442b swirled around Dr. Ethan Reyes' environmental suit as he carefully navigated the rocky terrain. His geological survey mission had been routine until now, mapping mineral deposits for potential human colonization. But something about this remote sector of the planet felt different. Ethan's advanced scanning equipment beeped intermittently, detecting anomalous energy signatures that didn't match any known geological patterns. As the lead xenogeologist for the Interstellar Exploration Consortium, he had learned to trust his instincts. And right now, those instincts were screaming that something extraordinary was nearby. The planet's twin suns cast long shadows across the desolate landscape, creating an eerie interplay of light and darkness. Kepler 442b was supposed to be uninhabited, with no signs of previous intelligent life. Yet the reading suggested otherwise. "Base, this is Reyes," he spoke into his comms. "I'm detecting unusual energy signatures about 2 kilometers east of my current position. Requesting permission to investigate." Static crackled for a moment before his mission coordinator's voice responded. "Negative, Reyes. Stick to the original survey route. We can't risk." He switched off the communication. Ethan had never been one to strictly follow protocols, especially when scientific curiosity beckoned. Something was out there, waiting to be discovered. As he approached the source of the energy readings, the rocky terrain gradually transformed. Smooth, almost polished stone surfaces began to emerge, partially hidden beneath centuries of planetary sediment. These weren't natural formations. These were deliberate constructions. "Impossible," Ethan whispered, his gloved hand brushing against a stone surface etched with intricate geometric patterns. The markings were too precise, too symmetrical to be random geological phenomena. A faint humming began to resonate through his suit's sensors. Low-frequency vibrations that seemed to pulse with an internal rhythm. The ground beneath his feet started to tremble almost imperceptibly. Suddenly, a section of the rocky terrain shifted. What appeared to be solid stone smoothly retracted, revealing a hidden entrance. Metallic surfaces gleamed momentarily in the sunlight before the opening stabilized. Ethan's heart raced. First contact protocols ran through his mind. Standard procedure dictated immediate retreat and reporting. But years of scientific passion and an insatiable curiosity propelled him forward. The entrance seemed to invite him, its edges smooth and precisely cut. No signs of decay or erosion suggested this structure was thousands, perhaps hundreds of thousands of years old. Yet it looked as pristine as if it had been constructed yesterday. With cautious steps, Ethan entered the mysterious structure. His suit's lighting system activated automatically, illuminating a corridor that defied his understanding of architectural engineering. The walls were composed of an unknown alloy that seemed to absorb and reflect light in mesmerizing patterns. As he moved deeper, holographic displays flickered to life around him. Complex diagrams, star charts, and what appeared to be genetic sequences danced across translucent surfaces. This was beyond human technology, far beyond anything humanity had ever conceived. Something was watching him. He could feel it. Not with threat, but with an almost clinical curiosity. As if an ancient system was analyzing every movement, every breath. Ethan Reyes, a scientist who had dedicated his life to exploring the unknown, was about to uncover a secret that would fundamentally alter humanity's understanding of its place in the universe. The first chapter of an extraordinary journey was beginning. The holographic displays continued to shift and morph around Ethan, revealing increasingly complex patterns of information. Scientific diagrams, genetic sequences, and what appeared to be star navigation charts flickered in and out of existence, creating a mesmerizing dance of light and knowledge. A low hum began to resonate through the corridor, not from any mechanical source, but seeming to emanate from the very walls themselves. Ethan's scientific training warred with his sense of wonder. Every step revealed another layer of technological complexity that defied human understanding. Suddenly, the corridor opened into a vast chamber. Unlike the rough, rocky exterior of Kepler 442b, this space was impossibly pristine. Crystalline structures rose from the floor, each pulsing with a soft, rhythmic light that seemed to breathe with an organic quality. At the center of the chamber stood a massive holographic projection of what appeared to be a galactic map, with thousands of interconnected points of light. A voice spoke. Not through any discernible speaker, but directly into Ethan's mind. "Welcome, Dr. Ethan Reyes." The voice was neither male nor female, but a harmonic blend that seemed to resonate with the very fabric of the chamber. "We have been waiting." Ethan's training kicked in. He remained calm, his scientific mind racing to process the impossible scenario. "Who are you?" he asked, his voice steady despite the extraordinary circumstances. A shimmering form began to materialize before him. It was humanoid, but clearly not human. The being appeared to be composed of light and energy, its form shifting and changing with each moment. Multiple appendages moved with a fluid grace that defied physical limitation. "We are the Guardians," the voice continued. "Custodians of a galactic network that has existed long before your species first looked to the stars. We have observed humanity for centuries, waiting." The holographic map zoomed in, highlighting a specific region. Ethan recognized the constellation. It was near the outer rim of the Milky Way, an area humans had barely begun to explore. "Your species stands at a critical juncture," the Guardian explained. "A cosmic threat approaches. A civilization of pure energy that consumes entire star systems, leaving nothing but void in their wake. We have watched. We have waited. And now, we need humanity." Ethan's scientific skepticism battled with the overwhelming evidence before him. "Why us?" he asked. "What could humans possibly offer against a threat that consumes star systems?" The Guardian's form shifted, revealing complex genetic sequences that danced around Ethan. "Adaptability," it proclaimed. "Resilience. A genetic potential that is unique in the known universe. Where other species would collapse, humans innovate. Where others see destruction, humans see opportunity." The chamber's crystals pulsed more intensely, casting intricate shadows that seemed to tell a story of cosmic conflict and potential salvation. Ethan realized he was witnessing something far beyond a simple first contact scenario. This was a pivotal moment in human history. "We do not ask for submission," the Guardian continued. "We ask for collaboration. Your species has a role to play in a conflict that will determine the fate of countless civilizations." Ethan's mind raced with the implications. First contact. A cosmic threat. The potential salvation of not just humanity, but potentially countless other civilizations. "What do you need from me?" he asked, knowing his answer would change everything. The Guardian's form solidified, revealing a glimpse of an ancient, powerful intelligence that had watched and waited for millennia. "Everything," it responded. "We need everything humanity represents." The Guardian's revelation hung in the air, a weight of cosmic significance pressing down on Ethan's shoulders. The holographic displays continued to pulse with information, genetic maps, stellar trajectories, and complex algorithms that seemed to dance with a living intelligence. "The threat we face is beyond conventional warfare," the Guardian explained, its form shimmering with an intensity that made the chamber's crystal structures vibrate. "The Void Collective is not a traditional enemy. They are a civilization of pure energy that consume entire star systems, converting matter and consciousness into raw computational power." Ethan's scientific mind struggled to comprehend the scale of the threat. "How is that even possible?" he asked, his voice a mixture of awe and trepidation. The holographic map expanded, showing a terrifying progression. Star systems represented by tiny points of light began to dim and disappear, consumed by a spreading darkness that seemed to devour everything in its path. "They are not conquerors in the traditional sense," the Guardian continued. "They are transformation. Complete and absolute." A series of genetic sequences materialized around Ethan, highlighting specific markers in human DNA. Your species possesses something unique, the being explained. A quantum adaptability that exists in no other known civilization. Where other species would be consumed, humans would find a way to survive. To adapt. To resist. The implications were staggering. Humanity, often considered a young, relatively primitive species, was being viewed as a potential salvation for countless civilizations. We have been guiding your development subtly for centuries, the Guardian revealed. Introducing genetic markers, creating subtle evolutionary pressures that would prepare your species for this moment. Ethan's scientific skepticism erupted. You've been manipulating human evolution. Without our knowledge. The Guardian's form seemed to show a hint of what might have been remorse. Preservation requires actions that may seem unethical by individual perspectives. The stakes are beyond a single species or a single moment in time. Suddenly, the chamber's crystals began to pulse with an urgent rhythm. Warning signals erupted in the holographic displays. The Void Collective was approaching closer than ever before. Star systems that had existed for millions of years were being consumed in moments. We need more than just genetic potential, the Guardian explained. We need human ingenuity. Your ability to create solutions where none seem possible. Your capacity for unexpected adaptation. A holographic projection showed various scenarios, military encounters, technological interventions, quantum-level conflicts. In each scenario, human creativity found a way where advanced, more established civilizations had failed. Ethan realized he was no longer just a scientist on a routine geological survey. He had become a potential linchpin in a cosmic conflict that would determine the fate of entire civilizations. What exactly do you need me to do? He asked, knowing the answer would change everything. The Guardian's form consolidated, becoming more defined. We need a representative. Someone who can bridge the gap between human potential and cosmic necessity. Someone who can convince humanity of the threat we face. The chamber around them began to pulse with an energy that seemed to transcend physical limitations. Holographic displays showed potential invasion routes, technological vulnerabilities, and the rapidly approaching threat of the Void Collective. The choice, the Guardian said, is ultimately yours. But know that the fate of not just humanity, but countless civilizations, may rest on your decision. Ethan Reyes stood at the precipice of the greatest challenge any human had ever faced. A decision that would determine humanity's role in a conflict beyond imagination. The chamber seemed to breathe with anticipation as Ethan processed the magnitude of the Guardian's revelation. Holographic displays continued to dance around him, revealing fragments of technologies so advanced they bordered on the incomprehensible. The integration process will not be simple, the Guardian explained, its form shifting to display complex technological schematics. Your human systems, your military, your scientific institutions, will resist. Change is always met with initial opposition. A series of projections showed potential scenarios, global panic, military interventions, scientific debates. Humanity's reaction to such a monumental revelation would be anything but uniform. The Guardian's crystalline structures began to reconfigure, creating a three-dimensional representation of human technological networks. Your current technological framework is primitive, it stated matter-of-factly, but possesses unprecedented adaptive potential. Ethan watched as the projection demonstrated how human technology could be rapidly modified. Communications networks, computing systems, energy production, all showed remarkable flexibility that seemed to surprise even the Guardian. We will need to create a bridge, the being continued. A technological interface that can translate our advanced systems into formats your species can comprehend and utilize. Suddenly, a small device materialized near Ethan. It looked like nothing more than a simple metallic disc, but the energy emanating from it suggested something far more complex. This is a quantum resonance adapter, the Guardian explained. It will help translate our technological knowledge into formats your scientific community can understand. The challenges were immense. Introducing technology centuries, perhaps millennia, ahead of human understanding would be like giving nuclear technology to a society still using stone tools. The potential for misuse was as significant as the potential for advancement. Your military will see this as a potential weapon, Ethan observed, his scientific mind analyzing the implications. Your scientific community will be divided between excitement and skepticism. The Guardian's form pulsed with what might have been amusement. Precisely why we need someone like you. Someone who understands both the scientific method and the human capacity for adaptation. Projections began to show potential technological breakthroughs. Clean energy systems that could solve global climate challenges. Medical technologies that could eliminate most human diseases. Communication networks that could connect humanity in ways never before imagined. But alongside these possibilities were equally vivid projections of potential conflicts. Military institutions trying to weaponize the technology. Political powers seeking to control its distribution. The potential for global destabilization was as real as the potential for unprecedented advancement. The Void Collective moves closer, the Guardian warned. Multiple star systems flickered and died in the holographic display, consumed by a darkness that seemed to devour not just matter, but the very fabric of reality. Ethan understood now that this was more than a simple first contact scenario. This was a test. A moment that would define humanity's place in the cosmic ecosystem. We're not just talking about saving humanity, he said, his voice gaining strength. We're talking about saving entire civilizations. The Guardian's form seemed to smile, if such an energy-based being could be said to smile. Precisely. And your species' unique combination of creativity, resilience, and unpredictability makes you our best hope. The technological interface continued to pulse, waiting. The quantum resonance adapter gleamed with an inner light that seemed to hold the potential of entire civilizations. Ethan Reyes stood at the crossroads of humanity's greatest challenge. A decision that would determine not just the fate of his species, but potentially the fate of life itself in this sector of the universe. The quantum resonance adapter pulsed with an energy that seemed to defy the laws of physics. Ethan understood now that this was more than a technological device, it was a key to humanity's potential future. The integration will not be without sacrifice, the Guardian warned. The holographic displays shifted, showing potential scenarios of global transformation. Some were brilliant, technological leaps that would elevate human civilization beyond its current limitations. Others were darker, potential conflicts, resistance, the chaos of rapid, unprecedented change. Ethan's communication device suddenly crackled to life. The Interstellar Exploration Consortium was demanding his immediate return. They had lost contact with him hours ago and were preparing a rescue mission. Little did they know the true nature of what was unfolding. Your species stands at a critical juncture, the Guardian explained. The Void Collective approaches. They consume not just matter, but the very essence of consciousness. Your ability to adapt, to transform, to find solutions where none seem possible, this is your greatest weapon. The chamber around him began to resonate with a frequency that seemed to vibrate at the very core of reality. Ethan could feel the weight of countless civilizations' hopes resting on this moment. Projected images showed the Void Collective's approach, a darkness that consumed entire star systems, converting matter and energy into a singular, terrifying computational matrix. Against this threat, traditional warfare would be meaningless. Only true innovation could survive. We are offering you a choice, the Guardian said. Not just for yourself, but for your entire species. Integration or isolation. Cosmic participation or potential extinction. The quantum resonance adapter hummed with increasing intensity. Ethan could feel its energy resonating with something deep within his own genetic structure, a connection that went beyond simple technology. If we accept, Ethan asked, what happens to human autonomy? Our independence. The Guardian's form shifted, revealing layers of complexity that defied simple explanation. Collaboration, not conquest. Your species' greatest strength is your ability to challenge, to question, to innovate. We do not seek to control, but to empower. A final projection showed potential futures. In some, humanity remained isolated, eventually succumbing to the Void Collective. In others, they became a pivotal force in a galactic defense network, their unique abilities turning the tide against an seemingly insurmountable threat. Ethan understood now that this was more than a personal decision. This was a moment that would define humanity's place in the universe. We need an answer, the Guardian stated. The crystalline structures of the chamber pulsed with anticipation. The quantum resonance adapter gleamed, waiting. Outside, the twin suns of Kepler 442b began to set, casting long shadows across the alien landscape. The moment of decision had arrived. Ethan Reyes took a deep breath. Humanity's cosmic destiny hung in the balance. "We're in," he said. The universe seemed to take a collective breath.